As we all know, Grok 3 just released this week, and Elon quotes it to be the world's smartest AI model. Grok 3 is one of the most powerful models ever, where it's crushing in reasoning, math, coding, as well as world knowledge and many other tasks. But it also shows remarkable performance across a range of different benchmarks. What's also pretty cool is that it also has a deep research and think model, which is where you can basically separate two different agents to do two different types of tasks with reasoning and searching further. Now, the initial benchmark tests show that Grok 3 is quite superior on many benchmarks in comparison to DeepSeek R1, O3 Mini, as well as the O1 and Gemini 2.0 Flash. Whether that is coding, science, or math, it shows great performance metrics. In regards to coding, Grok 3 leads in this category versus many of the models I listed above in most cases. Its code quality, accuracy, as well as its overall answers are even better than DeepSeek's R1, which is just nuts. Currently, this model is free for everyone that has access to the model, but anyone with the X Premium Plus or the Super Grok plan will be allowed to have increased access to Grok 3. In addition to this, they're also going to get access to advanced features like voice mode. But the reason why I'm making a video on Grok 3 today is because I'll be showcasing how you can utilize Grok 3's coding capabilities for building or coding almost anything with it. This is with the help of Cline. For the people who do not know, Cline is an autonomous coding agent that's something that is directly within your IDE as an extension that's capable of creating, editing files, executing terminal-based commands, using the browser, and so much more. And the main reason why this is such a great coding-based model is because Grok 3 stays continuously updated, which basically means that you have access to the latest coding frameworks, practices, and libraries in real time, unlike GPT models which have a cutoff date. In this case, it is going to be continuously updated on a daily basis when you're using it. Before we get started, I just want to mention that you should definitely go ahead and subscribe to the World of AI newsletter. I'm constantly posting different newsletters on a weekly basis, so this is where you can easily get up-to-date knowledge about what is happening in the AI space. So definitely go ahead and subscribe, as this is completely for free. But the thing is, guys, there is no API available for the Grok 3 model yet, and that is something that would practically make this really hard to use. So why even make a video on it? Well, the reason is because the Grok 3 model is pretty great in terms of its coding performance, and it's something that will get you a larger context than many of the other models, and it's something that's free right now. So I have a way for you to easily use this, especially with something like Cline or Ada, where you can provide the context that you get from the chatbot and directly paste it into a markdown file or as a prompt directly from the chatbot. One way is by using Ada and its context awareness feature, where it can basically have it so that the AI agent can scrape what is happening within the chatbot. For example, the code over here is generated for a website. It can take this code, it can then have it automatically infused into your extension or your IDE, and you're going to be able to further take action within the IDE that exactly takes the code that was generated by Grok. This command is the copy and paste with web chat command, and this is something that I'll leave a link to in the description below. But this is probably the most inefficient way of how I'm going to be showcasing any sort of development, and that is by simply going ahead and copying the code that's generated,
You stupid,
pasting it in a markdown file, and then going ahead into Cline and then pasting it in, having it provided as context, and then telling Cline and instructing it with a free model like the one that you get from GitHub Copilot to execute and have it so that it uses the code that was generated from Grok 3. So this is just an example. I had Cline basically work on formatting the code properly into an HTML file that was provided from Grok 3 itself, which is over here, the code for the SaaS website, and it was able to build out a simple web page for a SaaS website. Obviously, it's not the best, but we're going to continuously work on building out something in the next few examples. Now remember, the main reason why we're doing this is because the Grok 3 model is completely for free. It may be inefficient to copy and paste everything, but if you're looking for a free alternative right now, this is possibly the best way to get started and code out something completely for free. To get started, you're going to need to make sure that you have an IDE and have the Cline extension installed. We're first going to have it work on creating a modern fitness goal tracking calendar app. And essentially, there's a lot of features that I wanted to have, but now I'm going to use the thinking based model to work on properly planning out the structure for this app, making sure that it uses all the features that I set, such as the dark and light mode, analytics, interactions with the fitness app, and so much more. So let's see what it ends up working on outputting. So it looks like it has provided me all the code as well as all the different files that are necessary for this application. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed by copying pasting into all of these different required file structures and then having the app opened up. We're going to first start off by creating the React project, which is the template for the fitness app. So to do so, we're going to go first into VS Code. We're going to click on a new window. We're going to close the old one. And what I'm going to do first is go into the terminal and we're going to paste in the npx command to create the template for it. So we're going to go ahead and then accept all the requirements. So now what we're going to do is go into the fitness app and we're going to then paste in all the necessary things. And once that is done, we're going to need to install the dependencies. So it is making sure that install like the calendar functionality as well as the other things that are essential for this app. We're going to go ahead and install that. And then once it does that, we can then head over to the main file structure and then paste in the code for all the necessary generations that it had worked on. So with my first iteration, I actually got a lot of errors in terms of the formatting, but it was able to do a decent job in executing almost all the functionalities that I wanted. So I actually had to go back into the code and request it to fix the formatting. And now we have this. This is our fitness dashboard. You have the ability to track your daily steps, calories, your water intake, as well as keeping a streak going. And this is an interactive calendar in which you can add all of these different things, such as running every single week, 3 times a week. You have a schedule as well as a community weekly challenge of having 10K steps. So this is essentially a gist of what I was able to create with the Grok 3 model. Now, I will say it was super inefficient, but at least it was free. But I don't know if the opportunity cost of me copying pasting was worth it. I don't know if I should have used my time elsewhere and used another model with slightly lower performance in terms of the code. But essentially, I was able to get the job done, which mattered the most. But that is something that you would want to keep in mind if you're going to be working with this model. But no joke, this model is truly insane, as people were able to create legit full-on games. This is a Mars defense game that has multiple levels and it was able to be built with the Grok 3 model. It's also exceptional in 3D design where it can create 3D scenes. But overall, being free and in terms of having one of the best performance in terms of coding, it definitely makes it an appealing option to work with. Now, in no way should you be copying pasting code because it's going to waste you so much time, which is why I definitely recommend you maybe even use the copy paste method for now so that you can convert the markdown file into text with Cline and then have it work on maybe using another model to help you build your app out. That's possibly the best way to work with this at the moment, but once they do release an API, it'll be a lot easier to work with this new model. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on my Twitter, so make sure you give this a follow. But with that thought, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and you got some sort of value out of it. Make sure you follow me on the newsletter by subscribing, as well as the Patreon. And guys, if you do have another way for you to easily copy the code from this chat bot that they have for Grok 3, then definitely leave that in the description below so that other people can actually maybe attempt on using it. But with that thought, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and please take a look at our previous videos because there's a lot of content that you will truly benefit from. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys fairly shortly. Peace out, fellas.